Alrighty guys, what is going up? Welcome back to the Best Investing Money Management channel on YouTube. I am your host Carter, and in today's video we're going to be talking about should you buy American Airlines. This is one of the most popular stocks out there recently because a lot of people think there's a lot of opportunity with this stock. And we're going to be looking at the fundamentals, the technicals, and pretty much everything you must know about this company. So just by looking at the yearly chart, you might be saying, well, Carter, this looks pretty decent. It has some resistance here at 26, so you guys can see every time it hits that, we get sell-off, right? And just by looking at the RSI, it was breaking over a 70, so that would be a good time for people to sell. Okay, it did it twice, and the thing about it is there was some very hard support here at around $20. Okay, so every time it came in contact, we got buying pressure. Came back up, hit that resistance, sold off. Now it's coming down to support. So this could bring a little opportunity for a possible swing trade, especially if you set your stops below this yellow line, which is the 200 moving average line, and it's an overall support line. You guys can see it hit it multiple times and we got buying pressure. So this right now brings a little more opportunity for a short-term swing trade. Now that we have a good understanding of that, let's look at a long-term investment. Let's go to the 3-year chart. Whoa, my goodness, look at the decline of value out of this stock, right? Went from $43 all the way to $8.25. Well, the reason why we had this massive sell-off right in here, this was just because of the lockdowns, right? People weren't traveling. Once people realized, wow, there's opportunity here, look at this. Huge skyrocket in price. Went all the way up to about $23 before selling off back down to about $11. Really didn't do much and slowly and surely started moving its way up. Okay, the thing about this is I don't like this. Okay, when you're a long-term investor, one of the most important things, even as a swing trader, one of the most important things with any investment is the trend is your friend. So pretty much if you would have bought into this stock, okay, at $43, your stock value would have lost about 52% of value. That's from the highs. But the thing about it, okay, the thing about this that I don't like is this, okay? When you evaluate a stock, you always need to break down the supports and resistance, and you hopefully always have a beautiful upward trend, because if you don't, then you're missing out on opportunity elsewhere in the market, right? If you would have just taken your money and just invested in the S&P 500, look at the difference, okay? So if you would have bought the same time, you would be up right around 50%, okay? So instead of losing 50%, you'd be up 50% if you just put it in the top 500 companies out there, okay? Not to mention, American Airlines, look at this. This is the revenue breakdown, okay? You guys can see American Airlines, the quarter ending in March 31st of 2020, they had a 52% decline in revenue, which is terrible. When things are starting to open up, this company isn't even making money to begin with. All right, and the only increases they had in revenue was in 2018 and a little bit in 2017. So overall, not the greatest, meaning their revenue has been decreasing, which has overall caused people to sell their stock because they realize this company's not making money and it's not even worth it. Okay, not to mention, let's look at one of the most important things that I care about is the cash on hand. Okay, they do have around $14.8 billion in cash. This is pretty decent. Okay, whoa, this is pretty decent. The reason why. Okay, so American Airlines has around $14.8 billion in cash, which honestly isn't too bad, okay, because this is a 297% increase, but when you compare it to the long-term debt, they have $37 billion in long-term debt, so they have more debt than cash on hand. So if this company ever slowed down, if let's say we had another crash or recession or lockdown, this company is going to struggle, if not have super thin margins and probably not make any money to begin with. And the margin rate is negative 61%. So this means every time they bring in $100, they actually lose about 61 bucks. Okay. And you tell me, should you buy this stock? It's a no-brainer for me. There's better opportunity elsewhere in the market. Now, let's compare it to just Delta Airlines, DAL. Look at the difference, okay? You guys will see that this one is still more of a volatile stock, but for some reason this has been taking a while to load. But look at this. Before the whole lockdown, we had a nice solid upward trend, dividend payments, increasing dividend payments, which is always a good sign, massive sell-off, okay? And then slowly became and slowly continues to rise up. We still have an upward trend, and not to mention right now it's just more of a consolidation. So if you would have pretty much bought at around the same time, instead of losing 52%, you'd be down about 17. But overall, this company has way better numbers. Not to mention, if you would have bought, in March when everything was more affordable, you'd be up about 60%. So overall, Delta Airlines for me is better. They make more money. They're actually more profitable. They have better margins, more cash on hand than long-term debt. It's just a better investment for me. And if you guys honestly want a better, if you guys just want to invest in just the general sector, this is the ETF that has all of the airlines in it. So check it out. We'll see you guys later. Remember to stay happy, stay positive, stay safe. Take care.